What's up, Mystic Manifesting family? Nick with Mystic Manifesting here. We're on a roll. It's 3 videos tonight and a Muscular Mystic video. Go watch the Muscular Mystic one if you get a chance. I know I keep promoting the channel, but I like that channel. It's a lot of my fitness stuff, but I am posting like videos similar to this there. If you got the craving for more Nick. So it's over there. Don't mind the pigeon spikes, aka cat spikes. He's been banned from the couches for putting litter on them. So we're gonna do my energy is draining a little bit, so we're going to talk about a lesser subject I don't need the whiteboard for. I'm just chilling out on the couch now. And we're going to talk about detachment. It's not the video I was going to talk about. That one was on my head. So we're going to do 2 videos. Bonus for you. That's why everything's working out in your favor, because I forgot the one I was going to talk about. But let's talk about detachment for a second. I feel like a lot of people don't understand detachment, and they they believe it's giving up on your desires. And oftentimes it comes in that form, comes in the form of giving up. Most people are like, well, that's it. I've tried to manifest and, it didn't work out. So I'm just going to give up and, go back to the way what do you mean go back to what were you doing differently? Because half the time people aren't even trying to do like the techniques anyway. So what are you going back to? You're usually going back to thinking negatively. But the thing is, you're either thinking negatively or neutrally. Especially when you're thinking neutrally, that's when it comes in, because it's like you've done all the positive thinking, you've done the visualizations for your desire, you've done the scripting, you've put so much energy into it. And I always liken this to the gym. You go to the gym and you kill it, and it's a misconception in the gym. It's something that I'm learning 10 years into my lifting journey, and something that's the same in manifesting. It's the break is where the growth is. You go to the gym, you tear your muscles down, and then you go back the next day and you tear the muscles down again, and you tear them down again. You keep hitting bis and tries every single day to get big arms. The muscle doesn't have a chance to recover. So all you're doing is just tearing it down, tearing it down. But when you finally, like, you do a really good high intensity workout, you tear the muscle down, you break it down to the bare minimum where you could just barely move your arms. You're walking around like a T-Rex, right? You rest for a couple days, get some sleep in, eat some good nutrients, you take care of yourself, and just do the other things in your life that pertain to lifting, and your muscles grow. Same thing with manifestation. You've done the techniques, which is breaking down the old story, creating a new story, doing these mental exercises to feel a certain way. Now, when you give it a break and you focus on something else, your hobbies, your goals, work, family, friends, fun, other things, because you gave up, you're giving that muscle of your mind or your consciousness an ability to grow and to repair and to bring things into fruition. It doesn't grow into an actual big muscle. It grows into fruition. It grows into what you desired. It brings the invisible to the visible, and it gave it a chance to breathe. So the truth of detaching is when you truly have done enough. It's like you're doing sets every night before bed, and then you get tired of it, and it's like, maybe I no longer desire this specific thing because I keep forgetting to do the technique. When you have something, you don't do the technique. When I wanted a new job, a better job, easy job, cool, laid back job. I got that now. Do I think about it before bed every night? Do I script about it? Do I affirm for it? No, because I already have it. My mind was impressed and I stopped trying for it. And it would just be like whenever I was stressed out, I would bring up the thought, the vision, whatever, the feeling state. I would do whatever technique it took to get me to that feeling state, and I would let it go. Let it go and let it flow, as they say. To manifest the place I live, it was just one, like I said, I was living here for free. I manifested a free condo, right? Obviously now I pay bills because I bought it, but it's like I had no idea about this place. I had no idea where to go, but I was stressed out living at home with my parents at like 20, was it 23, 24. And I'm like, I just want to move out. And I remember getting in a fight with my dad, and I said, I don't know how, I don't know where, but I will be the fuck out of this house. And like, it is so stressed out. And then, because it was one of these things where he was like telling me he wanted me out. I'm telling him I want to leave. It's like this, our dynamic. It's not disrespectful thing if it came off. I was like realizing I'm like, God, the people who don't know our dynamic, it's like we swear all the time but not at each other. It's like I'm like, I just want to get the fuck out of this house. And then he's like in the way, he's like, doesn't want me gone and I don't really want to leave, but it's just, you know, too much. Like I needed more space to grow, I guess. This is neither here nor there. But I don't want to make it sound like I'm disrespectful to my father, because you guys know I cite a lot of his wisdom, even though he's not a manifester. He does have a lot of good lines. So um anyway, it was just that one line, and then I relaxed. I just relaxed because I had no other choice. I really had no plan. I had no plan, no ideas, no nothing. And I would look for places and I would, online here and there. But within a week, the opportunity came up. Like I said, if you've heard the story already, I'll tell it again. It's just my grandpa was sick. My uncle went to go move in with my aunt, which is his sister, and help her take care of my grandpa. And he leaves this place vacant. And my mom and her sister are talking. They're like, "Hey, our brother's place is left open. What are we gonna do? Like, it's the water's got to get run. It's got to get cleaned, stuff like that. Like, it should be occupied." And they're like, "Well, Nick wants to move out, right?" And my cousin, who's close in age to me, she was looking to move out too. She just got her own place with her boyfriend and stuff like that. So it's like the only two that were looking to move. My other cousin's away at college. Like two of them are away at college. My brother had no desire to leave. So it's just kind of like, hey, who wants it? Nick could move in. So I get the free place. And like, it's like, no, there's no rent. Just look after the place. Move in all your stuff. We'll be cool with it. It's gonna be a while. We're taking care of Grampy. Free place to live. But all I did was just vent it out. And then as I went to sleep, I just relaxed every night. It's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I know I'm gonna be fine. It was trusting. Detachment is walking in faith and trusting the process. It's trusting it's already done. And if you watch the gratitude video I just made, it's when you're in that relaxed state and trusting it's already done, it's because you're like, when you're thankful for something, you're trusting it's already done. So I was just thankful to be moved out. And it's like, you know, what was I doing to symbolize that? I was avoiding confrontations with my dad, because it's like, me and him, you guys watch the channel. I like to talk. He likes to talk. I'm an extremely positive personality, but I grew up with an extremely negative mentality. And there's the environment I grew up in, a very pessimistic. Like I said, when I make that quote, a realist, I'm a realist, not a pessimist. The quote is directed at my dad. That was one of his lines. Now, I'm not a pessimist, I'm a realist. And I say, a realist is a pessimist in disguise, because everything was a very pessimistic outlook. And I was always pessimistic as well, but trying to be optimistic. So we would get into these clashes about goals and dreams and stuff like that. And it's like, well, if I was on my own, I wouldn't be having these clashes. So I would avoid him, or I would, and you guys know I love to talk. As you can see here, I love to talk even in this. I would cut the conversation short before I knew, because, when you know somebody so well, you kind of pick up where the pattern where something's going. So it's like, stop it here, check your ego, end it there. And then you have a loving, positive interaction with your father. And then you go about your day. And then you're going to sleep with more peace. And then it's like, oh, you know what? In my mind, it's like, I could be fine here. Just keep doing this. But my desire, my wish to the universe, to God, was already out there, and the wheels were already in motion. My claim that I claimed from God, that I wanted a free place. Well, I didn't even say free; it's a place I could live. But at the time, that was the only price range I was going to be in. Um, it came into fruition. So sometimes detaching is just relaxing and removing attention from what you don't desire, because what you realize, you energize, as Reverend Ike always used to say. So the more I'm thinking about what I don't want, the more I'm bringing it in at the same time. And we don't want to bring these negative thoughts in. The best way to beat a negative thought form, a negative circumstance, is to not give it attention. Attention is giving it life. We are not going to give it life. We're going to give the opposite of it, what we truly desire, life. And that's what we're doing. So anyway, that's a quick one on detachment. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I made my point clear. But I love you guys very much. You can't fuck this up. I will see you in the next video. You got this.